What up, street togs, street gods, street bloggedy vlog demigod togs? All right, or Kim in the house. All right, some thoughts. Life ain't a competition, so something that's funny I found in the gym or life, whatever. Everyone's always trying to like compare themselves with other people, like even for myself, like going gym, I used to ask some dudes for spots who were super nice to me or whatever. I complimented them on their strength and lifts, and now and then, you know, I'm like about to hit 8 plates on my squat hold, and now I'm kind of getting the salty looks. And if I go psychoanalyze other people, it's kind of like people see me do my rack pull or my squat hold. They're like, oh, you know, who does that guy think he is? He thinks he's so strong because he's, you know, pushing such a big weight, but he's cheating because he's not squatting all the way down, or, you know, he's doing this, he just like moved it like a millimeter or whatever, right? Or, you know, rack pulls or whatever, right? And then people think it's kind of like quote cheating, and then you know, people will think, but I'm doing the legitimate way, I am the apex and the epicenter of correct form and what's right. Oh, that guy's form is shit, blah blah, or, you know, whatever. Now the thing that's actually kind of funny with that is, if you're really kind of magnanimous, high and mighty, whatever, you're not going to ever compare yourself with anybody else because they're so beneath you. Like, can you imagine like an ant trying to comment and critique a dinosaur or a T-Rex? The T-Rex would just like, all right, cool. Or like a bunch of sheep critiquing the wolf, right? It's like, that wolf is probably not natty, bro. But anyways, I think also people are kind of confused by me and what I do, whatever, because, you know, I have a pretty, you know, I'm not like super buff. I mean, I got some muscles, but just the necessary ones, like my sister Jennifer says, right? Sister-in-law. Yeah, so I think it's kind of an interesting line of thought too, then, because people essentially feel their ego diminished because they see you as lifting more than them, or being stronger than them, or whatever, or being buffer or more cut or lean, or having a better physique, etc. But then again, it's kind of a nonsensical zero-sum mentality, because we could all be super buff and strong together. Just because I could rack pull over 7 plates doesn't mean you can't rack pull 8 plates or 10 plates or 12 plates or whatever. And just because I'm lean doesn't mean you can't either. And so, yeah, I think the best way to think about things is collective thriving. I was talking to my friend Hang at the gym. Told me about like 2 boxers at the press conference or something. You know, one boxer is talking shit to the other boxer. It's like, so I'm a wolf, you're a sheep. And then the more magnanimous boxer said, you know what? Use a wolf too. And then the guy was like super confused. Like, what do you mean, right? And so he said, we're both wolves. You know, you had to grind and work hard to get to where we are now, and to not diminish that. And so I find it to be a very interesting line of thinking, because once again, like, your quote-unquote enemies, or at best your frenemies, and even your friends and your frenemies could just be your frenemy enemies. Or like Big Sean says, you know, ZTFO, zen the fuck out, right? Like, I got so many enemies, right? And so I would just say, just take it all in good pride. Like, you know, people, you know, don't like you, whatever. It's like, oh, that's cool. You know, I don't like me either. Or there's people I don't like either. And so don't see life as zero sum. Rather, I think there's a productive form of envy in which you see somebody who's super duper jacked or swole or strong or whatever, and you think to yourself, wow, I have witnessed this person or this guy being this strong. Maybe if I train hard and stay consistent, whatever, and push my limits, I could do the same. Same thing, you know, you see the dude driving the Lambo rather than like, oh, that guy has a small dick, right? It's like, better to think, wow, you know, for some reason or another, this guy is rich enough to afford a Lamborghini or is renting it, I don't know, whatever. Let's assume he owns it, right? Then maybe the best thing is just go to the owner and be like, how'd you get so rich? Like, I actually, back in Providence, I asked a dude, he had like a new 911, you know, GT3 or GT2 or something, RS maybe. And I just went up to him. Everyone's like, you know, I fucking his car, right? And I went up to the owner. I'm like, is this your car? And then he's like, yeah, it's my car. I'm like, how'd you get so rich? And he's like, oh, I work in construction. And so once again, rather than trying to like diminish other people, like in the UK, they call this the tall poppy syndrome. You see a poppy flower that's really tall, rather than complimenting the poppy flower on how tall and beautiful it is, try to cut it down because like, you cheated. So at least in America, I mean, people's kind of low-key, you know, salty too. But in America, still the general gist is, wow, if I work hard, one day I could become Elon Musk, right? And so, yeah, I think moving forward in life, let us not compare, let us not be petty, let us not, you know, think that life is a competition. I think we can all win together.